In this video, we will see how to create functions and scripts. We have seen in the past that the commands that we write on the MATLAB command window are the statements. Each statement gets executed individually. So if I write CLC, it's going to clear screen. When I write this, it is going to show me the content of second shell. When I write this, whose second shell, this is going to show me the class. Now for an example, if you would like to enclose everything in a script and if you would like to see how to execute that. So what we can do is that just write here new script or control N. When you press the control N, this is going to create another script. Now you can paste the content either from the MATLAB command window, or you can write it from the command history, or you can write it manually over here. So for an example, if I write a is equal to 5 and then b is equal to 6, to suppress the messages coming on the command window, we can end this with a semicolon and we can say plot A, plot B. Now, before running, we can save this in the current folder. Let me write this as simple. So this MATLAB file resides in this folder. The directory or the path is called as the MATLAB path. For example, if I go to particular C and if I run simple.m, it is going to show me the message that it is not on the MATLAB path. What we can do is that either we add to the path or change folder. Once I change the folder, it is going to take me to the same folder where the program resides. Or for an example, what I can do is once I run it, I can say add to the path. Once you add to the path, usually here it gets added. So the C tutorials we have added to the path and C users documents that's also added to the path. Now upon running this in the editor, you can set breakpoints as well. So when I run this, you can see there are double arrows and K. This means that this is in the debug mode. What I can do is that I can step through the program or I can step out the program. Once I do this, I can run. Once I do the continue, it is not going to step in or step over statement wise. It is going to basically execute the program after the breakpoint unless and until it sees another breakpoint. In this case, there is no other breakpoint. So once I press on the continue button, it is going to show me the results. So we can see here, this is the figure one. Right now, there is no data on this thing. For example, if we would like to write a script over here, as I mentioned that we could access the same commands that we wrote in the script, we can access it from the MATLAB command window or the command history. Press the up key bar, scroll bar, and we can select over here the number of statements that you would want to and say Control C and write over here as Control V. Now you can execute this command. What else we can do is that you can go to the command script and then right click on it and create a script. Once you click on it, it is going to select those particular commands from the command history and create another script for you, which you can execute it later. Now let's see if we are writing another program in a script and then we'll convert that script to a function. How to do that? For an example, if you don't know where exactly this file is residing, you can right click and you can say change current folder to the C tutorial. So this is basically going to navigate to the folder where this file is residing. Now we can write a simple program. For example, if I define a variable x which varies from 1 to 200 and say if I write as log of x. I save this and when I run this, this is going to show me all the result. Let's plot x now and run this. This is going to plot a log x graph. Now for an example, what I would want to do over here is to define a for loop, the indexing which varies from suppose 1, 2, 3 and this is the end of the for loop. And what I would want is define a variable y where for all the columns I would want to multiply this. What I would want to do, this is scalar to get multiplied with log x. And at the end, let me just plot this x and y. To suppress this, I can write with a semicolon, save this, and let's execute this. So this is going to plot a graph. Now, for an example, if I would like to convert this as a function, what I just need to do is append a keyword function and give the name. The function name should be same as the name of the file. And I can give the, for example, if I would want to have any input arguments over here, I can mention it over here. We can write the end statement or without this also, that is fine. Now, once I do this, now this script gets converted to function, and when I run this, this is going to do the same thing. Now, in order to execute this from the MATLAB command line, once I do this, it can run. Now, what exactly is the advantage of having a function over here? For example, if I would like to give the index from the command line. Now, when I say simple, it is going to throw me an error that not enough input arguments. So this function is not analogous to a script now. It is a function. So what I can do, if I write simply like this, again, it's going to show me the error that not enough input arguments. For example, if I say 5 and I execute this, this is going to give me a graph over here now. Additionally, you can call this function from another function. For an example, if I would like to call the function simple from inside simple, can I do this or not? Let's see. Simple, and let's assign some output argument to this over here, or let's say I'll just call it over here simple and without any arguments. So that would just to make the job easy. And I can have an output argument as well here. Y is equal to simple simple, and let's see if this executes. Okay, this is should be 5 for example, and when I execute. So this is basically a nested function. So what it's happening is that the simple function is calling another simple function, which is the same file. And this is just an example to understand that you can call a function inside a function. This is a nested function in this example. If you have defined another function, which might be residing in the same path, or it might be in another directory, but that should be added to the MATLAB path. In that case, we can call that function.